these babies who was raised on Anita Baker. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you all had a beautiful and restful Labor Day. I hope you caught up on all of our shows because baby, I'm finally caught up and I am ready to get into it. So let's do this. Let's talk about Cheryl and Josh. Cheryl is dressed to the nines, baby. Mother is in her Easter Sunday dress and her prom pumps, okay? Her junior prom pumps. And she is on her way to pick up her New York Times bestseller. But terrible bank robber, Josh. Can I just say, guys, I almost stopped watching the show when Cheryl mentioned to us that Josh is so excited about seeing her and he wants to get her pregnant and, you know, he wants her to have all of his babies. He even went to great lengths of getting her pregnant by giving her a bag full of his semen. And he wanted her to take this bag full of semen. Wow. I mean, how much was he playing with his whistle, okay? To give her a bag? What? A bag full of his semen, and he wanted her to take it to the bathroom to shove it into her vagina to get pregnant. Because that's how he thinks that babies are made. And this is going to be the person that has a bunch of kids. It's always the person who shouldn't be breeding, who is always having a damn village. Can I also say, what kind of penitentiary is this where they allow the prisoners to walk around with bags of their semen? Remind me to never fall in love with a prisoner there. Because baby, if a riot break out, we all getting hit with bags of semen. And if you're into that, I'm not judging, but it's not for me. This grown man really thought by giving this woman a bag of dead semen, that if she just shoved it, oh my God. Ladies, stop getting wet for dummies. You have to stop doing this. You are partly responsible for half of these dummies running around in this nation. Okay, and so we finally get to meet Josh, right? By looking at him, right, you get a totally different interpretation of who you think he is. And then he starts to talk. You know what I mean? Because I was watching him in his confessionals and I was like, it's something, there's like a delayed, like there's something not quite. Because I was listening to him and I was just like, you know what? I absolutely understand how he botched all of those robberies. Just by listening to him, I was just like, Something is going on with Josh, guys. Something is going on with Josh. Like, the lights are on, but ain't nobody been home for years. So now let's head on over to Vincent and Amber's. So Vincent and Amber are still having like this issue with intimacy because Vincent is ready to get intimate. He's been ready to get intimate with her for a very long time. They've been talking about it. And then they finally meet each other and something is just not clicking. Like Vincent is ready and Amber is very apprehensive about it because she's a lesbian. Amber, are you gonna make us go the entire season acting like there's something missing with you and Vincent, like it's not working out between you two? Listen, there's something not quite right. The thing that's not quite right is that he got a penis, sis. Stop playing these games. How about this? Let's give another side of this coin, right? If Amber isn't a lesbian, if she's not, right? That's not into Vincent because she's talking to her sister and she's like, something is off with him, like something. And I told y'all that he gives me, you know, the type of guy you need to watch when he go into a Walmart. Can we tell the truth and shame the devil? Anyway, she keeps on saying to her sister, this is like really weird, like something is off with this dude. And I'm thinking that if she's not a lesbian, she's just not into this dude because homegirl was tricking. Like she was tricking this dude. She was scamming this dude to get some money and to get some support while she was in prison. And then it comes to her getting out and she does not have any financial support because the support that she would have is from her prison wife who was still incarcerated. So she needs to be with somebody to take care of her because right now she doesn't have any means of, you know, survival. She doesn't know how to get from A to Z because she's a felon. So there's really not a lot of options for her at the moment. And the person who would normally take care of her, like I said before, is incarcerated. So she's just like, I gotta make this trick last as long as I can until I can get on my own 2 feet. So I'm thinking that she realizes that she's in this situation with this guy who at some point is going to want some action. Because she was probably talking real greasy and nasty to him about all the stuff they're going to do when she get out of prison. And then he finally sees her and his little Vincent is ready to go. And Amber's just like, I'm not comfortable. But she doesn't really know how to voice that. It's not that she's just not comfortable. She's just not that into him. But she needs support. So she's on a freaking TV show. So she got to drag this out as long as she can. But I'm thinking that she's having a really tough time going through with the con on a daily basis because Vincent is expecting something that she's not willing to give. So who was disappointed when we saw the outcome of Vincent's food? Because Vincent, Mr. I'm Italian and Mexican. Hey, I'm thinking homeboy got all these spices from both of those freaking cultures. How are you Italian and Mexican and you can't season meat? When he was firing up that grill, I was just like, oh, Amber, you might not want Vincent's meat, but this meat he about to serve you is about to be delicious, girl. Open wide. Open wide, okay? Listen, I was trying to smell the food from my TV screen because I just knew. I'm just thinking about the cultures and the spices from both of those cultures. Did he even put salt on that meat? That meat looked like roadkill. Like there was nothing on it. And poor Amber, she was just like, I don't even know the food that I was eating in prison. So this is delicious. Vincent, how you Italian and Mexican and you can't cook? That's a hate crime. I'm just like, two of the best freaking cultures concerning food alone. And you can't cook, bro? Basura. And Vincent being a little off aside, I feel bad for the dude. I really, really do, because I feel like in this episode, it's starting to dawn on him that Amber isn't into him. Like when he went to his room and he sat down and he realized that he wasn't getting any, Amber coochie tonight, he felt some sort of way. And I think he just started to realize that she is just, she doesn't want to be with him. She doesn't want to be with him. And I think it's settling in. I don't think he's going to stop fighting for her. I think he's starting to realize that it may not happen with Amber. Probably because she's a lesbian. Let me stop. But can we talk about how Amber, I was like, women are the same all across the board. In every culture, all around the world, we do the same thing because men are absolutely terrifying. Homegirl was in that room getting undressed or whatever. She turned up her light and what did she do? She locked her door. She locked her door. And guys, in my mind, I was like, Amber, make sure you lock your door. And she did it. I was like, because women know. Women know. I'm telling you, every woman has the same routine when she gets into a vehicle. Every woman gets into her car. First of all, she's looking around because she already knows she got her keys. Wait, how you do the keys? I don't have my freaking keys. But y'all know how to keep the keys right here. That main car key poking up just in case somebody want to run up on you right in the neck with the key, right? We all looking around. We get in our car. Bam. The first thing we do, we don't even turn on the freaking car. We lock it. Locked. Put the key in the ignition. While the car is on and you are reversing or pulling out of your spot, you're putting on your seatbelt and you're getting the hell out of there because you're a freaking woman and men are dangerous. Stay woke. Lacey, John, and Shane. So Lacey, the white Michael of this season, she is in the same freaking clothes that she wore driving 7 hours up there to see that boy. And she's outside waiting for Shane to get released from prison. And guys, something is not sitting right with me with this storyline because she kept on looking back to the producer like off camera and saying, is this him? Is this him? Is this him? And I'm like, have you not talked to Shane? Like, wait, what's going on? Because either she has never physically seen this dude, which is kind of weird to me because can't prisoners call you by way of phone? Like, isn't there like a video phone or something they can do? Or also, can't you go up there to see him? So please, if you know more about this story, let me know in the comment section below because I thought that she like knew him or saw him or something. Was it really just pictures? Is that why she had them pictures of him when he was like freaking 14 years old? Remember, we were all concerned, like, how old is this dude? Those pictures of Shane, he was giving me 12 years old. And so I was just like, what the hell is going on? Love after Lockup? I mean, Is Lacey gonna end up in prison by messing with this child? So I was confused by that because she kept on saying to the producer, is this him? Is this him? I don't know. Is this? And I'm just like, you don't know what this dude looked like? Because even when he was walking down, she kept on saying, is this him? We could clearly see that it was him. And I'm just like, if you've been with this guy and you know who this man is, wouldn't you have seen him and understand his build? What happened here? What pictures did he send her? What is going on? Something about that just did not add up for me. And it's starting to make me believe that this storyline is really forced and like overproduced. I'm believing bits of it, but I'm not believing the whole thing. Also because Lacey gives me opportunists. Because if you guys watch her Twitter, she's always tweeting her cam girl stuff with the hashtag Love After Lockup. Like she's advertising her cam girl business with the hashtag of this show. It's very opportunistic, this entire storyline. So that just kind of threw me off a bit because I'm like, you talking about how Shane is so sexy, you're doing all this talking and you don't know what he looked like? Which is not a red flag because a lot of these prisoners look different. You know, time has passed. I totally understand that. But the fact that she kept on saying it to the producer, is this him? Is this the dude that you set me up with? Is this my acting partner? That's what it was giving me. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And we finally get to meet Shane. And ain't no way in hell that this 47-year-old man is 21. 21? What in the Benjamin Button? I was looking at him. I said 21. In human years? What in the meth Benjamin Button is happening here? How is that 21? 21? And now I'm starting to think, when did Lacey say that she started talking to him? You know what? This is giving me R. Kelly. Something, right? Something is not adding up here in this story, Lacey. Something is not quite right. Can we talk about how they were in her car and he was just like, he was just like on camera, like ready to have sex with this girl. Now I believe that. He was like in between her legs trying to take her shirt off or whatever. And I'm just like, he don't even care that this is like 48-hour musty vagina. Just like, you know what? He just got out of prison. He don't care. He ready. See, Angela, this is how Tony should have responded to you, girl, but we will get into you later. So anyway, he is like just trying to do it. Like Lacey, Miss Cam girl, seemed a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe because she does not know who this freaking guy is. Like he was all over her and she was just like, oh. And I'm like, wait, ain't you a cam girl? Why are you nervous now? Like, what is happening? It could be that when she does her cam stuff, she's by herself. But now she's with this guy who she probably was never intimate with. And maybe she's uncomfortable because it's happening on camera. I don't know. But that was just really weird to me because Shane was ready. Lacey was apprehensive. And then Shane said to her, come on, let's me and you make a porn right here, right now. And I'm like, what the hell is that porn going to be called? The Hills Have Eyes Part 3 because baby, Shane gives me Shia LaBeouf if his parents were related and ghetto. Because 21, how? Where? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All jokes aside, this just seems wrong. This whole relationship seems wrong. Because yes, Shane does not look 21. He acts it. He seems not only that he is 21 years of age, but that there's also a like learning issue there. Like, you know what I mean? He also seems a little slow. Not like he's mentally handicapped, but like he probably didn't have a lot of education and, you know, probably stopped, you know, learning or going to school at like a really young age. You know what I mean? And I just feel like Lacey is taking advantage of this really young guy who also lacks a lot of education. And I just didn't like it because when she was outside of the car talking to John, like Shane is looking at her like a little boy. Then she gets back in the car and he tries to talk to her like, what's going on? And just the way she talks to him. And then we've seen in the trailer how she treats him. I don't like this because it's giving me older, like perverted person taking advantage of not only somebody who was younger than them, but also somebody who has some disabilities, some issues. And they are not only dependent on this person, but looks up to this person because the attention that they give them, they think is love. And they're too young and too uneducated to realize that it's not. This is what I'm getting here. This storyline is making me very uncomfortable. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Angela and Tony. Yay. Tony, who wants a steak over a BJ. And when I saw that steak that he was dying to eat, I was like, Angela, he just don't want you, sis. You gonna have to wake up, Ma. You are going to have to wake up because, first of all, the show is so shady because what we did not need to see, because we already saw it last week, Angela asking Tony if he wanted a steak or a BJ. This messy show gonna open up with that, with this couple, with Tony like, yeah, I'd rather take a steak. Oh, gosh. He can't even play it off. He can't even play it off. You know what Tony reminds me of? He reminds me of women in the club. I won't say that I've done this, but I'll say I've seen it happen. When they be flirting with men for drinks. And you know, it's like this uncomfortable flirting because you really don't like the guy, but you don't want to pay $8 for a Coke. Or whatever, the mixed cocktail or whatever. You're not trying to pay $14 for a drink and you know that this dude is interested in you, so you'll flirt, but it's like an uncomfortable flirtation. And then as soon as you get your drink, you try to figure out like how to get out of this situation. That's Angela and Tony. Oh, Angela, I feel so bad. I think she sees it just like Vincent. I think they both know. I think Vincent and Angela know that their partners are not into them. But I feel like they think, if I stick around enough, if I continue to show them how much I care for them, maybe they'll eventually fall in love with me. I think that's what they believe. And it's just, Angela, that man don't want you, girl. Where's your messy best friend who always got some sound advice? Where is she at? She needs to talk to you. She needs to see you and Tony together and let you know to your face that this man don't want you, because you have to hear some wisdom. Because you're not listening to your own women's intuition. Angela's intuition is telling her that this man doesn't want her. And you're even saying it in your confessional. But you keep on trying to talk yourself out of it. Because I think she feels like that she's wasted a lot of time on this guy, that she invested a lot in him, so she doesn't want to let it go. But sis, he's playing you on national TV. Let it go. Let it go. Because Miss Angela keeps on trying to wrap these Mary J. Blige boots around Tony, and he wants no parts. Every time she tries to get intimate with him, he gets so uncomfortable. But just like Amber, the dude needs support. So he gonna play the game. He gonna kiss her. He gonna do whatever else he has to do besides sleep with her. I think that Tony is going to try to get out of having sex with her as much as he possibly can. I think he's going to try to come up with everything in order to not have sex with this woman. I think he's going to give her enough to keep her chasing after him, but not enough where he would have to have sex with her. He's not attracted to her. He is not attracted to Angela. I don't know what it is. Some people were saying it's the teeth. Maybe it's the boots. I don't know what it is. But Angela, he don't want you, girl. He don't want you. Because case in point, they're at this restaurant and Tony has finally got his steak, his non-BJ steak, and he's eating. It's his first meal out of prison, and Angela starts talking about marriage. Read the room, mother. Read the room. So she starts talking about marriage, and as soon as she starts talking about them getting married, Tony damn near chokes on this hamburger helper steak that he was chowing down on. And I'm like, girl, read the room. Here are all the signs. He is telling you he does not want you. Why are you still in this mess? Because you are getting humiliated. I hope you get a nice check out of this. Because I'm watching this. Guys, I literally watch Angela and Tony segments like this. Like, I can't look away, but I'm also so embarrassed for Angela. I'm so embarrassed for her. How do you make sense of this for me? Why do all of these prisoners play with their like probation time, their curfew and all this stuff? Because here we have Tony and Angela rushing to get Tony to his, is it a sober house? What is it? It's not a sober house. Halfway house. He has to be there at like 7:20. They're still on the road at like 7:03 or whatever, trying to get him there. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why do y'all always cut so close to your time? Because Michael did the same thing when he was visiting Megan or whatever. Visit him. They ended up getting there late and he ended up getting locked up again. I'm like, why are you guys playing with your freedom like this? You just got out of prison. All you have to do is get to somewhere on time. Baby, if that was me, and I ain't never early. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. That was me when it's concerning my freedom and my paycheck. When it's my freedom and my paycheck, I'm early. Okay? If it's a free show, I get there when I get there. But if it's my freedom, I'm getting there early. First of all, at 7 o'clock, I'm not on the road. I'm in the parking lot until 7:15, and that is when I'm getting out of the car, saying goodbye to my loved ones, and entering in that freaking halfway house. Why are you playing with your freedom, bro? There was no reason for Angela and Tony to cut it so close to his curfew time at the halfway house. No reason. No reason. Let's talk about Lizzie and Daniel. So I was wrong. Remember my theory from last review? I thought that the big secret that Lizzie had was that she was pregnant. We have seen full shots of her in like, you know, baggy coats or whatever, but I think that's just her style, because when she's driving up to retrieve Daniel from the prison with his mother, Teresa, she's smoking a cigarette. And you know what? I will say this. There are women who drink and smoke pregnant, but I think if she did, WeTV would not put it on their show, because there would be a lot of backlash. And if they did, they would zero in on that and try to show how wrong it is. That didn't happen. So I'm like, she can't be pregnant, because WeTV would not risk their coins like this. And then also in the trailer for next week's episode, she takes off her shirt and there's no mention of like her belly or whatever. So I don't know. I could still be right. She could still be pregnant, but I don't think that that's the theory anymore. I think that maybe there's probably another guy. You know what I mean? Or maybe she was dating somebody for a while. Or maybe she relapsed and had to go to rehab and was gone for a while. That could also be her secret. Who knows what it is? But I no longer think that she is pregnant, because it would just be too risky for them to show her smoking and make it so nonchalant. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. No spoilers. If you know why, don't say. Just give a little theory. I don't think that Teresa is overbearing. I think she is a mother who is afraid. I think she is a mother who lost her son at a really young age to meth addiction. And I think she probably beats herself up and blames herself for all of his issues, because that's what mothers do. Even if it's not their fault, mothers will find a way to blame themselves about anything concerning their kids. And I think now that her son is getting out of prison and he's clean, she's just scared. She's acting scared. She's moving scared. And I think that Lizzie needs to understand that, because she's asking Lizzie a lot of questions. Don't play with him. You haven't went to see him. You're not really talking to him, but you're still going up here to pick him up. Like, what gives? Are you really into him? When he gets out, will you be the girlfriend that he needs? At first, when I was listening to Teresa in the beginning of this episode, I was just like, Lizzie don't owe you nothing. She don't have to do all this stuff to Daniel. That's her boyfriend, not her husband. The episode went on. I was watching Teresa's body movements. I was watching how she spoke to Lizzie and how she spoke about her son. She just doesn't want somebody in his life who is not serious about him, because she knows that her son is a recovering addict and he has triggers and he's very fragile, especially now that he's getting out of prison, because prison kept him clean. But can he be clean in the real world with all of these issues that are still here? You know what I mean? Like, he left those issues and went to prison, but now how is he going to react when he's out here with these issues that he never really dealt with? And then on top of it, now he has an extra hardship of being a felon. And so she probably just doesn't want to have anybody in his life who won't help and support him through it, who will probably abandon him if it gets too difficult, or will probably argue with him, because they're still a pretty young couple. So she's just concerned. I think that's what it is. I don't think she's overbearing. I don't think that she's too much. She's a scared mom. She really, really is. And I think she would much rather have Lizzie not be in his life than have Lizzie be in his life. And she's not sure how she's going to affect it. That's it. Teresa's just scared, and Lizzie needs to respect that. She doesn't have any respect for his mother, because when Daniel was talking about the things that Lizzie was saying to him about his mother, I was just like, you's an idiot. I wouldn't be with nobody who talks about my mother like that. Lizzie gonna call and tell this boy that he better get his mom because she's gonna choke her out. And Daniel chuckled like it was cute. You's a fool. Don't let nobody talk about your mother like that. Joking, serious, hypothetical, whatever the hell it is, that's your mother, bro. Lizzie will up and leave you for a semester, okay? She will choose chemistry over you any damn day, but your mother will always be there. That bothered me. I was just like, damn, you don't let nobody talk about your mom like that. I don't care who they are. They're not your mother. Now let's talk about Daniel's tattoos. How in the hell do you get full body tattoos in prison? They just have too much time in prison. They're giving bags of semen to visitors. They're getting full body tattoos. They're getting fresh cuts. They're able to have wives and partners. And like, what the hell is going on? Because prison is starting to sound like a sleepaway camp at this point. And then the meaning of his tattoos. I was like, Daniel, you don't need to be in a relationship when you get out of prison. You need to be in a relationship with a therapist. Because when he was going over those tattoos, I was like, bro, something ain't right. Something is not right. Daniel has a lot of pain. That's why Teresa is so scared, Lizzie. Because she doesn't seem like she doesn't like Lizzie. I just think that she's really scared for her son. And Lizzie, she's giving us this sweet schoolgirl act, guys. But Lizzie, she got something up with her. She has something up with her. And there's a little nastiness in her. And I just... I think Teresa is acting this way or has these apprehensions with Lizzie because of their past relationship. Like, something is going to come out about Lizzie. I don't know if it'll be the secret. That's the issue. But I feel like with Lizzie, we're getting the representative. We're not getting all of Lizzie. We will soon. We will soon.